Hello. Hello, yogi friends. I am here. While I'm here, I am going to post a link to my Spotify account. If you have a Spotify account and you would like to follow one of my playlists, click on the link that I just put in the comment section there. And I have a few different yin yoga playlists that you can choose from to just follow along or play any relaxing music you want to. If you are not, whoa, you cannot see this, but this computer is piled on a stack of books that I just knocked. Yin yoga is a very relaxing, quiet, gentle practice. So if you are doing your own music or your own playlist, just try to find something that is pretty low key and mellow, or play heavy metal if you want to, whatever relaxes you. Do whatever floats your boat. It's your practice. Make it your own. Okay. I'm going a little stir crazy. I'm obviously going stir crazy. We all are. And I just taught family yoga. So I've got to switch. Okay. I need to stop knocking that. But I need to switch gears a little bit, get into mellow yoga land. So I'm going to go ahead and start because I think probably a lot of people are just watching this recording later. So let's go ahead and get to it. So as you can see, or maybe you can't tell, I don't know. Ambiance is a big thing for me, and especially in yin yoga, I want to feel like I'm in a really warm, comfortable environment. So I always have a lot of candles around, and I kind of make sure the lighting is dark. I kept it pretty bright in here because I want you guys to be able to see me, but just a really nice, quiet, soothing environment. There's going to be a lot of eyes closed during this time. So just really relaxing and restorative. So just try to create a nice environment for yourself. I like to have crystals around, just a little extra healing zhuzh, if you will. And then the only thing that you might need is a block. If you have a yoga block, awesome. We are going to do one posture where it's kind of a part of it. If you don't have a yoga block, sorry, I keep forgetting my head's cut off. If you don't have a yoga block, a towel or a pillow would work, because we're just going to be doing a supported bridge pose with this under your back. So maybe a couple pillows where you can just kind of get your hips up off of the floor. If not, if you don't have one, no big deal. You can maybe put your hands under there, or just lay in Shavasana, whatever you want to do. Okay, so let's get going. So I decided to theme these classes, this first set of yin classes, off of the chakra system, mostly because I feel like our root chakras are really in turmoil right now. It's a pretty intense time. So let's start just comfortably seated on your mat, maybe cross-legged, just a nice seated meditation. You can close your eyes. Start drawing your attention inwards, focusing on your breath. So if you're not familiar with the chakra system, there are 7 main chakras, 6 of them along your spinal column, in your body line. The first chakra is your root chakra. So that's at the very base of your spine, way down here, like in your pelvic floor area. And that is the chakra that represents stability, home life, safety, comfort. When it's in balance, you feel safe, you feel connected, you feel grounded. When it's out of balance, we feel the opposite of those things. We feel worried, fearful, maybe like we're floating out a little bit, not really comfortable. As I was preparing for this class, I came across a description of what it's like when the root chakra is out of balance. or in excess, when the root chakra is working overtime. It says we may hoard both food and materials and foster primal anger and fear, which was like, whoa, that's a lot of that going on right now. So I just want to encourage everyone to try to focus energy down at the base of your spine. So you might even take your hands and place them right in front of your pelvic bone, kind of where the pelvic bowl is. So still with eyes closed, coming back into our meditation, maybe placing your hands on this area that might feel out of balance right now. It might feel a little overworked. Try to send loving, soothing, calming energy into this space. Focusing that calming energy through your breath. Take a deep inhale through your nose. Open your mouth, sigh it out. Good, let's clear some more energy in through the nose. Inhale, fill it up. Exhale, sigh it out. Another inhale through the nose. Open up, sigh it out. Good. So you can just return to your normal breath. Sit here just a few more breaths, sitting in this space. Allowing that bright, light, loving energy that you're sending to your root chakra, allow that light to expand through your whole body. So imagine that light spreading through your torso, up into your chest, up through your head. That bright, white, loving energy and light, the prana, the chi, all of that life force energy filling you up so clean and loving and light-filled. And maybe imagine that energy extending beyond your body, surrounding your body in a cocoon of loving, safe light. Just let the light do its work. Let it penetrate deep into your body, to your core, to your innermost true self, where you know you are safe, where you know you are loved. Now you can start to open your eyes. Oh, maybe just rock side to side. And we're going to roll over, crossed ankles, come to a tabletop position, hands and knees. Then let your big toes touch behind you. Knees can open out wide, about the width of your mat. Sink your hips back to your heels, reaching your arms out in front of you. We're going to take a child's pose. So you can take whatever variation you like here, with arms stretched out in front. Maybe your forehead gently resting on the ground, or maybe you prefer having your arms behind you, down along your sides. Whatever version you prefer. We're going to be here for a few minutes, so settle into this shape. Drawing your attention inwards. As you experience this child pose, there's nothing to see, so you can keep your eyes closed. Letting any thoughts you might have been carrying fall away. Just let them float by like clouds. You can notice them and then just let them leave. use this as your meditation for the day, focusing on your breath, allowing yourself to ground into your body, knowing that you are in a safe place. You can slowly start to come out of your child's pose, coming up to hands and knees. And then sink your hips back to sit on your heels. But before you do that, lean forward again and tuck your toes under. So I'm going to turn to the side just so you can see what I'm doing. But you want your knees together. Tuck your toes behind you. This is called broken toe pose, which may not feel like much right now, but it will. So just start to sink back, putting pressure onto your feet with your toes tucked under. And then I'm going to offer this variation. You can either stay just like this where you are with your hands on your thighs. Try to have a tall spine here. So really try to sit up tall. And then maybe you might try for a reverse namaste. So you can either reach your arms behind your back, grabbing opposite elbows, or you might slide the backs of your hands up your back and then turn your palms inward towards each other to find reverse prayer hands in this toe crunch. Sometimes it's kind of a nice distraction to have something else to think about other than the fact that our toes are being crunched. Maybe just try closing your eyes. We're not going to be here too long. And if you need to come out, untuck your toes, give them a little break. Just try to come back in. I'm going to give you a little bit of silence here. So do what you need to do to try to stay in this posture just for a little bit longer. Good. Stay in there for about 5 more breaths. So 5 more breaths in this posture. It's such a good opportunity to explore our reactions. Notice what happens when things start being painful. Do we get angry? Notice how you're feeling. Are you wanting to run away? Are you wanting to stop doing this? Use your yoga mat as a mirror to reflect how you might react to things in your everyday life. Good. Release the posture. Come out. Untuck your toes. It might feel good to have the tops of your feet on the ground. Maybe just kind of kick them out and on the ground a little bit. And that might feel good to sit back onto your feet and then rock back. Maybe let your knees float up with the tops of your feet flat on the ground. If you can hear my dogs whining in the background, it's because they're outside and can see me right now and are not happy. Good. Okay. So from here, come back to your hands and knees position. We're going to straighten our legs into downward facing dog just for a second, and then walk your feet towards the top of your mat until you're in a standing forward fold. So we're going to come into dangling here. So separate your feet a little bit, maybe hip width apart. Do whatever is comfortable for you. So wherever it's comfortable for you to separate your feet. And we want to try to move towards straight legs here, but don't lock your knees out. So if it's not comfortable for you to hang with your legs straight, bend your knees. You can bend them as much as you need to, okay? Then let your head and arms go. Grab opposite elbows. And just let yourself hang. This is literally called dangling. And you can start to release your hands down to the mat. Then heel toe your feet a little bit wider. So a little bit wider than hips distance. And then keeping your hands down, start to bend both knees. We're going to drop our bum down into Malasana squat. So we're going to try for a tall spine here, as tall as you can. Your tailbone really sinking down low. And then draw your hands to heart center if you can, working towards getting our heels down to the mat. And again, you might experience this shape completely differently in your body. You might be up here. You might not be able to get your heels down. For some people, this feels very restorative, and for some people, it does not. So wherever you fall on that spectrum, just experience your version of this shape. So this might be a good time to mention if you're newer to yin yoga, we stay in each of these postures for a much longer time than a lot of other yoga formats. So about 2 to 5 minutes per posture gives us a lot of time to explore the shape in our bodies. And I think a lot of times before I did yin, I used to refer to it as a guided nap because I thought it was just basically sleeping in passive postures. And what I've come to realize through my own practice of yin is that in many ways it's more difficult than a faster flowing or a much more physical class, because you really have to allow yourself to surrender into the shape. And then discomfort comes up and you want to wiggle and you want to move and you want to squirm. And it really tests your ability to be still, which is such an amazing practice and something that we all need. So really try to use this to test your ability to find stillness even when you want to wiggle or squirm or back away. Try to take an exhale, sink deeper, move into the shape deeper. The moment that you want to come out of the posture is the moment that it begins. Good. So from here, we're going to go back into dangling. So extending your legs straight, coming back into your forward fold. Heel toe your feet a little bit closer together, so about hip width apart. Go right back into grabbing opposite elbows. Let your head and arms hang here. Bringing your hands down to the mat, start to heel toe your feet a little bit wider. Sink your bum down into your Malasana squat one more time. Another chance to explore this shape. This time without me talking, so you can close your eyes, focus your attention inward. And start to come out of this posture. We're going to come down to sitting on your bum. We're going to work our way into shoelace. So take your left leg, it doesn't really matter, but let's start with your left leg on the bottom. You're going to start to tuck your left foot back in towards your body. And then you're going to stack your right knee on top of the left. So again, depending on the makeup of your body, I got some thick thighs, so sometimes this shape feels really challenging for me. It's knee stacked on top of knee with both feet coming to that outside of your body. If this is not possible for you, you can try fire logs or figure four where your shins are stacked on top of each other, trying to have a parallel line here. So, or just sitting cross-legged. If none of this is possible for you, maybe just try kind of an open cross-legged posture. But if you can get into shoelace, trying to stack your knees on top of each other. And I'm just going to offer a few variations. So this might be where you land in this shape. Another option is to take eagle arms. So whatever leg is on top, so my right leg is on the top, I'm going to tuck my right arm underneath. So your right arm is closest to your right leg. So right arm would tuck underneath, and then you create a wrap in your arms. Just an opportunity to explore this shape in a little different way, both from the upper body and the lower body. Try to focus your attention back again to your root chakra, the base of your spine. Noticing the grounding, the connection to your mat. Noticing the energy of the earth coming up to support you from below. As we sit a little bit longer in some of these next postures, I'll offer a mantra that you might consider repeating to yourself. Maybe as you breathe, I am safe. I am safe. Maybe repeating that to yourself on every breath. Start to unwind the arms. You might roll your wrists. Maybe that feels good. We're going to take our top leg, my right leg, wherever you are. Take your top leg, swing it around behind you. We're going to find our way to pigeon pose. So that bottom leg is going to be draped across your mat in front of you. And again, this will completely depend on your body. So your top leg might be parallel with the top edge of your mat. Maybe your heel is tucked back closer in towards your body. It doesn't make any difference. Wherever your body is in this shape, just find it. Start to inch your right toes back. So you really want to create some space in between your right leg and your front leg. And then lift your chest, inhale. Exhale, fold forward over your bent left leg. So arms can reach out in front of you, or maybe they come down below your forehead to create a pillow. Where our attention goes, our energy flows. So trying to focus all of our attention on loving, peaceful, kind, open, heart-filled thoughts. Focusing our energy on knowing that we are safe, knowing that we are home and we are okay. If you start to experience any emotion as we move through these shapes, sometimes things can come up the deeper we get into our deep connective tissues. Sometimes things can open up and be released. Just let it release. If you feel like you need to cry, let yourself cry. Any emotion you feel bubbling up, fear, anger, let yourself feel it. The way that we move through our emotions is by experiencing them fully, noticing them, acknowledging them, letting them pass through us so that they can leave. When we don't acknowledge our emotions, when we stuff them down, when we pretend they're not there, they build up in our bodies and become other things. They become illness, physical or emotional. They become pain. They become walls that we build around ourselves. They become all sorts of things that we don't need. So the more you can just let yourself feel and release, the more peaceful you will be. Good. Start to sit up. I'm going to swing our back leg around to the front, coming back into shoelace on the other side. So take your right leg, let that be your bottom leg. So make sure that the back leg that is coming forward is now your bottom leg. And you're going to take your other leg, stacking it on top, finding your version of shoelace on the other side. If you took eagle arms, make sure that whatever leg is on top, so that's my left leg, and my left arm is going to be on the bottom. So left to left. But if this is starting to become challenging, come back to your breath. So a little more time to explore this shape and your body's reaction to it. Take another breath, allow yourself to settle. Maybe consider repeating a mantra. I have enough. I have enough. And start to release the eagle wrap into your arms if you've taken it. Start to swing your top leg around to the back. Find whatever your version is of its shape, wherever your top, shin, and calf land. Find it on the other side and inch your left toes, your back toes back. Create that opening first. Inhale, lift up your chest. Exhale, bow forward. Sleeping pigeon. Maybe in this pigeon, exploring the idea of I am enough. I am enough. Allowing every exhale to settle you further into the shape, deeper towards the ground. Letting any movements that you make, any adjustments, just taking you deeper into the shape rather than backing away. Exhale into it, experience it, feel the discomfort. Allow yourself to move through it. Slowly start to rise up, bringing your upper body back up, and swing your back leg around to the front. Might feel good to take a few windshield wipers here with your legs. So with your soles of your feet on the mat, spread apart, just windshield wiping side to side. Good, and from here we're going to move into butterfly pose, Baddha Konasana. So draw the soles of your feet together, let your knees open out wide. It's your choices. Again, a lot of variations in these shapes. You might feel more comfortable with your heels drawn in very close to your body, or you might extend your feet a little bit farther away. The sensation is going to be different depending on what you choose, so you can play around with that for the first little bit. See what feels good to you, and then when you have your spot, fold forward. Allow your body to release. Continue to sink. Again, allowing any emotions that arise to come through you, allowing yourself to feel them. By doing this, we have the opportunity to show those around us, to model for them how to healthily move through emotions rather than blocking them out or pretending that they don't exist. You can show your friends and your family and your kids. It's okay to be vulnerable. It's okay to be scared. You can be scared and still move forward. You can be mad and still move forward. It is possible to move through everything. Slowly start to rise up. Take this into a wide-legged fold. So extending both legs out to the side. If you are doing this with a buddy, you might have to stagger with them. So it doesn't have to be an award-winning wide-legged spread. So just wherever you are in your mobility, it can be closer together, wherever feels good to you. Find that place and then start to crawl forward. And just offering up an optional thought to process as we sit in this pose, so connected to the ground. I am anchored and connected to the earth. I am anchored and connected to the earth. Again, letting any adjustments carry you deeper into this shape, maybe noticing how your connective tissues start to give way the more time we spend in this shape. You might find your chest lowering closer to the ground. Allow yourself to make those adjustments, sinking deeper. Slowly starting to come out of the position, really gently walking your way back up. Drawing your legs together. Again, it might feel good to windshield wiper your legs a little bit here, the soles of your feet down, just letting your knees fall from side to side. Noticing any differences in how your hips might feel now than they did 5 minutes ago. Good, and then we're going to come down to lying down on our back, all the way down. We're going to find our way to happy baby. So if you're familiar with that position, feel free to go right there. I'm going to turn to the side so you can see me better. You can draw your knees into your chest, and then it's like you're stamping your feet on the ceiling. And if you reach up in between your legs and then take your hands to the outside edges of your feet, and start to draw your knees in towards your armpits, gently rock from side to side. So listening to your body, doing whatever feels good here. Maybe rocking feels good. Maybe it feels good to just stay and settle. Noticing your lower back and your tailbone. Trying to untuck them so they're making contact with the ground. Again, sending energy to your root chakra. Maybe letting this side to side rocking motion massage that area, sending energy back into that place of stability, of safety, of comfort, knowing that you are safe, that you are home, that you have enough, that you are enough. And start to release the feet, coming back to lying on your mat. And this is the part where if you have a block, this is where it might be helpful. So we're going to come into a supported bridge pose. So you can take the soles of your feet onto the mat with your knees pointing up and start to press into the mat, lift your hips up, and then you can place the block underneath, just underneath your bum there. So find a nice secure spot for it. And arms alongside your body, you can lower your head down and relax. You can stay here with your legs bent. Or if you are like me and always have very tight hip flexors, it might feel good to extend your legs straight. I actually even like to turn the block on its long edge so it's at its second highest height and really let the front of my hip flexors open. Too much tennis makes them tight. Try to see whatever feels good to you. You might have to adjust a little bit to find the right spot on the block or on your pillow. And then let the front side of your body open. You might notice this posture kind of puts your root chakra on display, lifting up higher than the rest of your body. A really great opportunity to send loving, healing energy into that place. Maybe take a deep inhale through your nose and let it out through your mouth. Allowing any blocked energy to be released with every inhale, filling up with clean, cleansing white light energy. Exhale, imagine all of the negative energies, anything lower than love, escaping from your body, letting it go. Letting out anything that does not serve you and does not serve your highest energy, your highest being. And if you've extended your legs long, start to walk them back in so the soles of your feet are on the mat. Pressing into the mat, lift up your hips up to remove the block. We're going to move into a spinal twist. There's a lot of variations, so we'll start with the easiest one. Take your right knee, draw it into your chest, and then let it drape over and across your body. So you can keep your knee bent like this. Depending again on your own mobility, you can keep your knee bent or maybe extend that leg straight out onto the floor. Then if that feels good to you, maybe you bend your bottom leg, drawing your heel up towards your bum, and then reaching down with the hand that is on that side. So in my case, it's right hand to left foot. See if you can catch hold of that foot. So this is cat pulling its own tail. You can kind of see where that might come from. And if you have that grasp and it feels pretty secure, you might also reach out for your other foot with your other hand. See if you can find both of those binds. And if none of this is possible and you're looking at me like I'm crazy, just drape your right knee across your body. And starting to unwind from this twist. And extend your right leg long on your mat. Start to pull your left knee into your chest. And then let your left knee fall over it and across your body, finding your twist on the other side. Again, all of these additional options are just that, they're options. So you can stay right here with your knee falling across, or maybe try tucking your right heel towards your bum, seeing if you can catch it with your left hand, maybe extending cross legs straight. Finding whatever works for you. Slowly starting to release and come out of this shape. Rolling on to your back, maybe drawing both knees into your chest, giving yourself a squeeze. You can rock side to side or maybe around in circles. Letting your lower back release. One last root chakra massage, grounding into the earth. Feeling the support of the earth coming up to meet you. We're going to move right into Shavasana, our final resting posture. If there's any other postures that you usually like to take to close your practice, you're free to take them now. As we move into Shavasana, I'm going to play the crystal sound bowls. So if you have music playing, you might want to pause it or pause the audio on this video if you'd rather not hear the bowls. But once you have that done, find your way to Shavasana. Really let yourself be here for these last few minutes of class. So oftentimes we have the urge to leave class once we know the content is complete, but Shavasana is arguably the most important posture. It's a time when you can let everything that you have just done wash over you, all the benefits. Let them soak into your body, into your soul. As you lay there, gently closing your eyes, letting everything release, letting go of any tension. So let yourself be here for these last few moments. start to bring some gentle movement back into your body. Wiggle your fingers and your toes. Take your arms overhead, take a long stretch. And then rolling off to one side or the other. Make your way up to a comfortable seat. Maybe even keeping your eyes closed for now. Still nothing to see. I'm going to take just a last minute to offer some metta meditation. Metta is a meditation of sending loving kindness out into the world. So if you will, for just a moment, I would like to take very intentional time to send love and health and guidance out to everyone in the medical profession right now. All of the people working so hard to keep us safe. So if you will, for just about a minute, focus on sending loving energy straight from your heart out into the world to protect all of the people who are working so hard for us right now. Surround them with your love. Good, and when you're finished, take a deep inhale, sit up tall. Exhale, bow forward, sealing your practice. Inhale, rise back up. Namaste. Oh, okay. I made myself cry a little bit. I just want to thank you guys so much for allowing me to put this out there for you. It's a real gift for me also. Usually when I teach, I'm walking around the room and giving adjustments and practicing hands-on energy healing, usually when my students are in yin. And to get to practice alongside of you is such a treat and a gift. And it's been so nice to have a purpose, a reason to shower and get dressed and provide this for you. So thank you for allowing me to do that. And I'm going to be doing yin weekly is my plan on Wednesdays at 2:00, but I would love your feedback. So if there's formats that you would like to see, or if you'd like to see more yin, please feel free to leave a comment or send me a message. I would love to hear your thoughts and what it is that you guys need. I'm doing this for you. So love everyone. Thank you for being here, and I'll see you next week.